The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome. This is big. To the Hauraki Big Show. Really big. With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company on this glorious Wednesday afternoon, the 20th of August, 2025. And you, my friends, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Beef, chicken, vegan and vegetarian options as well. Reburger, redefining the norm.
Yum.
An old Mogie and your tidy-whitey there. And I think, have you had a haircut as well, mate?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
I noticed everything,
You
man.
get it, man.
Everything.
My God, you're looking hot. How's life?
Gumpery Grouse here, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. We've been blessed with a beautiful day here in the 09.
Yes.
I'm imagining it's the same all across this great nation of ours, so enjoy it. A little bit chilly,
Bit nippy.
but at least she's not pissing down Keyzie, am I right?
Yeah. At least it's not pissing down, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Jase, you notice I got a haircut?
No.
You said you noticed everything.
What? Did you really get a haircut? It's looking... Oh, okay. God, how often do you guys get your haircut?
Once a month.
Once every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right,
How often
okay.
do you get your haircut?
Oh, I just do it myself,
Yeah.
as you can tell. It's looking great if that's the case, Keyzie. Have you been wearing a hat today by any chance?
No.
Because it's a bit buffy.
Nah, it's just, I need to go home and style it.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? I need to go home.
Can I ask, did you both get haircuts because you're going to WELLY tomorrow and you want to look sharp?
Yeah, well, I hadn't had one since before I left, so it had been about a month. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah, okay.
My hair was buffy. Last night when I was going out for dinner with my wife for my birthday,
Yeah.
I looked snazzy, I had my cool little snazzy outfit on, and I looked at my head and I was like, it's all really snazzy and nice except for you got a buff head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was
sure.
like, you need to get that sorted.
Hey, now listen, big
Wow.
show today. We've got the legend on the show, Jimmy Barnes.
Yes.
Fellas.
Oh, that's right.
That'll be after about 5:30 maybe.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be joining us celebrating the 40th anniversary of For the Working Class Man.
How good.
Wow.
40 years, man.
In the meantime, here's Dragon.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Nirvana there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. That was your birthday yesterday, Keyzie. I know that you were going for a celebratory dinner last night with your lovely wife. How did it go for you, mate?
It was my dinner, guys, and can I just say, following on from the birthday extravaganza
Yes.
on the Big Show.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you came over time to appreciate the effort that was put in there.
Oh, 100%. Afterwards, I gave myself a bit of a talking to, and I was
Yeah,
like,
good.
I can't believe I was kicking up a fuss about the fact that you got all these special guests for me lined up. And I mean, sure, the guests were Pugs, Prebz from The Office, and Justine Smith, who was coming in anyway. But
And Matt Heath.
And Matt
Matt
Heath from The Office as well.
No,
but-
not from the office.
Oh, sorry, from the ZB office. Yeah, over the road there. And so I had a talking to myself, and I zoomed out and I realised I was being a bit of a dick. And I appreciate it, and it's one of the nicest things anyone has ever done for me. Yesterday's birthday extravaganza.
Yeah.
Having said that, I have a bone to pick.
I got a bone to pick.
So cool, Jase. Last night I went out to a lovely restaurant, really nice, one of my favourite restaurants for dinner. Not a cheap restaurant either. It's one of those ones where you're ordering a couple of starters and they're coming out. The starters are mid-20s, you know, and the
Okay.
starters fill you. It's about 2 teaspoons worth of food, delicious. And then you're like, cool, where's the rest of it?
Who
And then-
chose this restaurant?
I did.
Oh, right.
I love it. And every now and then my wife and I, like, it's delicious, but
Yeah.
it costs quite a lot
Yeah.
to fill yourself up there. So it was all really, really nice. The mains were great. Had a couple of glasses of wine each.
Each?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
she
you thought
had
you'd be on
apple
the
too.
teaspoon.
No, because she the first glass of wine she had, she enjoyed it and she tasted my wine and was like, that is amazing. And now
Wow.
she's found that wine online and has ordered a few bottles of it.
Yeah, good.
That's how good it was.
How good.
Anyway, the thing that, and it was all delicious. Every single thing was a winner. The thing that pissed me off, and we've talked about it before, is when I went up to pay, great yarns with them, like, thank you so much, it was delicious, blah, 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 I'll definitely be back. I swipe my card and it says, do you want to add a tip? And it is like, we do not tip here. And now they're looking me in the eyes while I look at them and click, no, I don't want to give a freaking tip because we don't tip in New Zealand. I am so sick of it. We've talked about it before, but I feel like a cheap piece of crap if I don't click yes, I will tip. And it was already bloody expensive.
Yeah.
It's always the expensive restaurants.
Particularly when you're given the scenario too of 5%, 10%,
Yes.
20%, 30%.
100%.
And they know, like in my case, they know I'm a top radio DJ.
Do they?
So there's actually the last restaurant I had to go and shake all their hands because they were fans of the Big Show.
That's so cool, man.
But I've got a little tip for you on that front.
A tip.
A tip for tipping. And this is what I do now. Whenever I go out for a meal, I take a 50-cent coin with me. And so when it says, do you want a tip? I look at the person and I go, here you go. And I say, open your palm. And I put the 50-cent coin in their palm and I go, that's just for you. And I give them a little wink.
Yeah, good.
And does it work and they're happy with that?
Oh, they're stoked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about this, Mogi? You love tipping.
Look, I think there's times when you do, when the service is absolutely outstanding. I do think that there's room for it. I absolutely do. We went out for a dinner when we saw a lunch when we saw Matt Heath off.
Yes.
And we went to a restaurant and we had one person serving us. There was about 16 to 20 of us. The drinks were never empty. She ran that whole joint by herself. We were there for about 7 or 8 hours. She was right on your elbow so that you were never without a drink. You were never empty at all. And people were drinking all sorts of different stuff. So she had to time it so she'd get the cocktail made and all sorts of stuff. In that case, 1,000%, I believe that you should tip somebody when they are unbelievable at their job and the service is amazing. If it is just your job to be wait staff and just turn up and regardless of the pressure on you, you work at the same speed, I'm not tipping you for that. I'm just not.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with pushing no. I just push no. It means nothing to me. I'm just pushing no 99% of the time.
Do you think...
What I hate at the moment is Uber. Every time you get dropped off, it pops up on your screen. Do you want to tip old mate?
Yes.
Well, that's right. So what they're doing is they're trying to make us a tipping culture by every single place that you go, they're bringing up tipping. So the next generation will be like, oh, it's normal to tip because it's always been like that. So I guarantee you, within 5 years, everybody's going to be tipping.
I hate it.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It is absolutely bullshit because then should you also tip somebody that works at a supermarket, a butcher? Why is it exclusively that wait staff and Uber drivers get tips? It's ridiculous.
I would say 90% of the time I tip, and that's purely out of guilt.
I would say 90% of the time you lie about it.
No, I genuinely do.
Really?
Yeah, and that's because I go, oh, God,
Nah.
that'll send the message that I don't appreciate them. But you're totally right. I have if I haven't been impressed with the meal, I go, actually, no.
If I'm not impressed with it, I won't pay for the meal. If it's terrible, do you know what I mean? It's like you're getting paid to be here.
Yeah.
It's got if you're not getting paid enough, then you can talk to your boss. It's got jack shit to do with me.
Yeah. In America, that's how they do it.
America, but they also get paid dirt over there, so
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, and the other thing too, and this happened in Europe, Jase, you won't get this, but
I simply must get there.
you'll be served by someone like, oh, what do you want to drink? Oh, one flat white. Okay, this will be €5, whatever. Do you want to add a tip? It's like all you've done is talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think, New Zealand? 3483. You can also call us on 0800 Hauraki.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Oh, bit of royal blood, fellas.
Yeah, boy.
How good, eh? Welcome back to the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. We're talking tips.
Yeah, I'm fired up. I've got a actually, it's something that has been bugging me.
It's been bugging me.
Last night, went out for a lovely meal, really nice meal. It was an expensive restaurant. I spent a lot of money for my birthday, and then at the end, when I went up there, I was getting eyeballed while the FPOS machine was like, do you want to add a tip? And it's like, no, I added the tip and the ridiculous price I paid for all of the delicious meals. And it's just this whole tipping culture that's starting to come in. So I've asked the question on 3483, and feel free to give us a call as well on 0800 Hauraki and give your opinion, New Zealand. Tipping is just subsiding a business's responsibility to pay a fair wage and putting the responsibility onto the consumer. Yeah. I feel like the people at this particular restaurant I went to would be getting paid well because that's what I assume the price of like a starter there is mid-20s for a starter, a tiny thing. Surely everyone's getting paid really well off the back of that. I'll give you a tip. Be nice to your mum. It's from James. I think Mogi can have the tip. So it's good stuff on 3483.
Thanks, mate.
100% agree with Minogue on the
Give
tipping.
them a lot more than that.
100% agree with Minogue on the tipping. I also noticed that the restaurants that request a tip option are usually the fancy pants ones that are already charging a premium. This is what I'm getting at. It's never the fast food joints or when I'm going to get something cheap. It's always the really expensive places asking for even more money. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, there's this one here that's come through. Imagine if the Big Show asked for tips at the end of each voice break based on their quality. And I think they're onto something because
100%. Let's do it.
If you've got restaurants that are asking for tips and you've got Uber asking for tips, I tipped our furniture removalist the other day, but that's because they've got a shit job.
Yeah.
And I know it's a shit job because I used to do it. So I tipped them. But why aren't we getting tipped?
How do we?
We've got an opportunity here to add on a little revenue stream just for the fellas here.
Yes,
I mean we've done work here that we haven't been paid for. When there's money coming in, we don't see any of that. So that we could have set up a little Patreon or something here.
A Patreon, yeah.
And everybody can just tip us 10%, 20%, 50%.
And think about how good that would be for the economy, because if we're getting tipped, then the fellas get together, we have a curry night,
yes,
and then we've got all the money from the tips, and then we're tipping the wait staff because we've been tipped.
Then we're tipping the Uber drivers on the way there and on the way back.
Because we'll be absolutely flush with money from the tips from the punters on our Patreon account.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because we're getting tips.
Jesus.
Can you eyes to the front, please, Jase? Because we're getting tipped, right? So I don't mind tipping if I am also getting tipped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and the key is we have to make people feel guilty after listening for not tipping. That's the key.
That's a great point there, Keys. And another thing, and not to distract from this new idea we've got where we're going to make lots of money here from the listeners tipping us, but if we're going to be tipping the wait staff for serving us, surely they should be tipping us if we're good customers. If we're nice to deal with, if we're very neat, if we don't spill food off our plate onto the
create unnecessary
tablecloth.
mess.
Thank you. If we don't get hammered, if we're not abusive to the staff, they should tip us.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I'm saying?
That's never going to happen if we go up with Keyzie.
Where's our discount, Jase?
Yeah.
Keyzie?
Funnily enough, it's just a very side issue to that. I've always felt like, when you go through a police stop and you do the drink drive test, they should not tip us, but give us like a chocolate fish or something.
I
if we
think
pass.
if you're not drunk and you don't blow positive when they give you the breathalyzer, they should have to go to jail.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Because they got it wrong, man.
But listen, what do you think of that, New Zealand? You tip us, which then flows through the economy. When we go out for our curry nights, we then tip the staff.
And ultimately the money will go back to the listeners because it's a trickle-down effect. It's trickle-down economics. So ultimately that money is going to come back to you tenfold.
Can you imagine if you were a wait staff... Right?
A wait staff, yeah.
And you work at a restaurant, you tip the Big Show, the Big Show goes to your restaurant and gives it back to you.
Wait, so the way it's going to work is wait staff tip us, and then we go to their restaurant, probably for a discount, and then we give them money. Is that right? Is that what you're thinking?
So, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't keep any of it.
Yeah, I like it.
What have you got in your mouth,
man?
A lozenge.
Oh, for God's sake.
What are you doing? You're sucking on
I
something.
couldn't work out what was going on.
I've got a lozenge in my mouth because I've been yelling about tipping. Anyway, 3483 New Zealand, what do you think? And let's set up a Big Show tip jar.
Yes.
Yeah, good idea.
I think we should do this as as one of our classic big polls. Should the Big Show set up a tipping jar, yes or no?
And it's only for after really good breaks. So, for example, this one will be raking it in.
Oh, my God.
We'd be rich as.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, the time 4:38.
Hey, fellas, tomorrow, not sure you're aware, we've got a live show down in Wellington at Parrot Dog.
Yes.
So you locked in for that?
Pretty exciting stuff as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I've just had confirmation that the Prime Minister's going to be down there.
Unsurprising.
And the Mayor of Wellington to give us the keys to the city.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Oh, my God. Because there was talk at one point of us just having it at the Beehive.
That's right. Yeah,
So-
we're going to have it on the 9th floor in the Prime Minister's office.
Yeah.
But we
they
don't
didn't
do
have the-
politics.
Yeah, and they didn't have the seating.
No.
You know what I mean? They
That's
couldn't
right.
fit that many people in there.
And then they were searching for a venue, and they're like, "Where can we do it? Where can we do it?" And we were like, "What about like the Cake Tin?"
Yes.
And they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
there's no doubt we'd sell it out, but Beervana's on that
Beervana's
weekend."
already
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of logistical sort of issues.
And so the next thing was, what about Parrot Dog, Lyle Bay?
Yes.
We're like, you know what, let's just lock that in. So tomorrow, 4 till 7, live, the big show at Parrot Dog, Lyle Bay in Wellington. Make sure you come on down. We are celebrating Beervana, which kicks off on Friday. But fellas, this could be a really good opportunity for us. And if you've just joined us, this is what we've been banging on about for the last sort of half an hour or so. This tipping culture that's coming into New Zealand, fancy restaurants, Ubers, asking for tips now. The big show tip jar. We do our live show. We have a tip jar at the front.
Yeah.
People can put tips in there if they think the show's going really well. If it's not, they don't have to put a tip in. But maybe we could run it tomorrow as a bit of an experiment, just see how it goes.
I'm slightly anxious about what people will actually put in there.
Look, I get a vibe it's going to be, ciggies,
Yeah, durries.
shots of this, that and the other, beers.
Well, you can't don't tip it in.
No, but the tip jar will be, the table in general.
Yeah, okay.
Cash will be there, obviously,
Oh,
as
if it's
well.
cash, it's all G.
Ganja.
Yeah.
Bit of ganja will
Should
go
we-
in there.
We should get Paywave.
Oh, that's a good
Get a
idea.
little Paywave station set up.
Yes.
And then people can get really responsibly steamed and then just like make really bad
make bad
decisions.
decisions.
Yeah.
That's a bloody great idea, Keyzie.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do that.
We'll get Paywave sorted out.
Yeah. It's easy to get it sorted out, Jase. You've done that before.
Paywave?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, man.
Okay, sweet. We'll do it tomorrow, 4 p.m. Parrot Dog, Lyle Bay.
And we're going to run a little experiment there as well. We want everybody to come down, but we also want people to come along that perhaps haven't listened to the show before.
Oh, yeah.
So all of our listeners, just bring your girlfriends.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's Pink Floyd.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
MGMT there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 4:49. Let's talk TV.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Yes.
Yeah. Fellas.
So good,
Hey,
guys.
when I was on the plane and I went to Europe, and I watched a doco called Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire. Right.
And it was about this this yoga guru type woman. She was a con woman, obviously, and she said that she was connected to some other guy that was also a yoga sort of a dude that had come over to the US in the 70s.
Yes.
But out the back he was under a bit of a cloud. But what he did, from my memory, was he was a security guard when he lived in India. So he went over to LA, but because he was Indian and he had a beard and had a turban, everyone thought he must know a thing or two about spirituality. So next thing you know, he's running one of the biggest cults in the world and absolutely dominating. And he's telling everybody how they should live their life and purity and all of this sort of stuff. And don't poison your body with this and don't do that. Meanwhile, he is just scoffing takeaways.
Oh, really?
Drinking piss. He's got a harem
good.
of women. He's doing he's preaching all this stuff while openly doing none of it.
Always the way.
Because you've seen the doc on Netflix, Wild Wild Country. about
yeah.
Shri, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same dude, actually.
But he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, right.
He was really skinny and he was preaching all that stuff and doing all this, but the stuff he was getting up to was a bit different.
Bit shady.
He wasn't just smashing takeaways.
Yeah. No, this guy was pretty shady, and they found out a lot came out after he passed away. But ultimately, then this white woman took over his mantle, said that she'd been told by him that she was the one to carry it on. Sort of was a great marketer, put it all through social media, heaps of websites, heaps of companies. Eventually lost her mind. And died at a pretty young age. Interesting stuff. People, in the absence of religion, they need something, don't they? They need a purpose. They need a reason. They need a feeling of belonging. Yes. And it just sort of reminded me that that's what we give people here at the Big Show. Backbones. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
And
totally.
that just brings me back to the tipping jar.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's just like we've got to start getting some money in on this bastard,
Well,
and
you
we
know
can
what we
really
do?
take advantage of
Absolutely.
people.
You know what we do is we do like some religions do. We lock the doors.
Yes.
Pugs comes around with like a donation
tray.
hat or
Yep.
tray. and then we read out who's donated the most this week.
Yes.
And then at the end, and just embarrass people. And then
Tithing.
we should get tithing, and then we get lots of money in.
If you subscribe to the podcast and you listen to the podcast, you have to give us 10% of your income.
Yes.
That's great.
It's amazing how often these spiritual leaders, in quotations, do the exact opposite of what they're preaching to everyone.
They always do.
They always do.
That's great.
I watched a show last night on Netflix called Undercover. And actually, to be honest, my wife was watching it when I got home, and she said, I can turn this off. And I said, no, you carry on watching what you're watching. It was about homelessness for women over 50 in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And it was actually quite a fascinating documentary. 405,000 women in Australia aged over 50 are homeless.
Wow, that's so many.
And it was an interesting phenomenon, and a lot of them are like, where mums, etc., didn't have careers, looked after the kids and all that sort of stuff. Then their husbands left them, and they ended up on the road because they didn't get any money. It was a fascinating documentary, and it just showed you how bad the problem's becoming, and it's only going to get worse, and how exhausting.
Yeah.
How exhausting it would be being homeless.
Yeah.
A lot of them living in their cars and beaten up vans. Just a nightmare.
Yep.
Where'd you watch that?
Netflix.
How many buzzies?
Oh, look, it was really, it was really depressing.
How many buzzies out of 5 did you give it?
Like, it brought something to my attention that I was unaware of, so I'll give it 3 buzzies.
Only 3?
Yeah.
So would you give it like 4 or 5 if there was like more people homeless, or it was more sad? You know what I mean? Like, what did you need more of?
Buzzies.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Strokes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Now, big guest after 5 o'clock, the one and only, the legend that is Jimmy Barnes, fellas.
Yeah, he's a personal hero
Barnesy.
of mine.
Barnesy.
Yeah.
Working class man.
Yeah, we're actually celebrating the 40-year anniversary of For the Working Class Man, the album. He'll be coming on a little later on. I'm fizzed up.
Yeah, man.
Stay tuned.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're surviving hump day. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
So good, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
So
fellas.
Love
good.
it.
Do they have Reburger in Wellington?
They've got everything in Wellington, man.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
It's good to know for the late night sort of celebrations. Just on that front, by the way, fellas, we're having a pizza party in Old Hoyte Jase. I feel like you guys are you're gonna hit the town hard and not get back till like 3 or 4.
Well, I was thinking we're going to have the pizza party about 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, that's what happened when we were in was it Christchurch?
Well,
you guys didn't sort of show up, and I was sort of left with my cold pizza. And
so what Jase is referring to is when we do a live show on the road somewhere, we'll quite often, a few times now, maybe 3 times, we'll end up all in one room eating pizza for some reason.
Yeah.
yes,
The issue is, if it's a really good night, Jase expects us to not go out and have fun and to
Yeah.
be back at his room eating pizza and bringing him pizza as well.
yeah, and that's why I bring it up, because I'm getting the vibe from you fellas that you are going real hard, and so maybe should I just can that idea right now
I
and
think
just
you
get
should
it off
play
the agenda?
play it by ear.
Right.
But I think the vibe that you've got is probably spot on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can just text you guys throughout the night, see where you're at, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and if you're keen, I can just order it, and then you fellas can
Oh, so
show
you'll
up.
order it?
Yeah, of course I'll order it. Yeah. If not, I'll just have a go at myself and go to sleep.
There is a Reburger in Wellington, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh, good. Thank God for that.
And they'll be stoked to have me mention it just after what Jase said. They'll be real stoked with that, which is
Yeah.
cool. Huge hour this hour, fellas. Jimmy Barnes coming on shortly.
Oh.
Can't wait. He's one of my childhood heroes, actually. Grew up with a lot of Barnesy. A lot of Barnesy.
Speaking of great, here's Foo Fighters.
That is a great segue, Jase.
Nailed it.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Red Hot Chili Peppers here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time 14 minutes past 5 o'clock. You'll recall last week, Mogi, in one of our podcast chats, the podcast outro chats, we were talking sort of TV ideas, and you came up with an absolute doozy.
Yeah.
And I've got to admit, when you first proposed it to me, I was like, no, that can't possibly work.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
And it's just been reverberating around in my head. And today I took action on it.
What, can you just remind, what was the name of the TV show again?
Well,
My fantasy always used to be, it started that my fantasy was always like doing a show like Heartland, like Gary McCormick used to do.
Right. And so there was a show in like the 90s or something, was it?
That's where he goes out to rural New Zealand. They'll have something going on. There might be a rodeo happening down somewhere.
Correct.
And Gary will turn up and he'll talk to all the local backbones and he'll talk to the ladies in the kitchen and do all that sort of stuff.
Have a beer in the pub.
That's right. The problem with that is it's been done, Jason. So I came to you and I said, look, why don't we put a modern twist on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the basic modern twist was I still do that.
Yes.
So I've got the good feel-good factor. There's some tawny going on.
Like a flower show or something.
Flower
Yeah.
show or
Yeah.
something like market or something like that. Also, there's something going on in the town, in the little hall there, the community hall.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone having a bit of a boogie and a dance and a beersy.
Yeah, a shindig.
And then after that's all happened, I end up in a place of ill repute.
Yeah, a brothel.
Pretty much. And/or / strip club.
Oh, I think the brothel's key.
Look, I know, but it might be that in this particular situation there isn't one of those.
Yeah, and just if everyone wants to have like a full walkthrough of the original pitch and how we came up with it, it was last week, podcast outro. It's called Brothel Chat is Back. It was 6 days ago, so just go search that up. And the part of the show that I didn't get was it was like a 22-minute show for half an hour on TV with 2 ad breaks.
Yes.
18 minutes
Prime
of
time.
it. Yeah, prime time, like TV1 after 7 sharp. 18 minutes of it was like this real, like, oh, there's a flower
Wholesome.
show, wholesome stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Heartfelt.
And then at the end, for 4 minutes, it was just you sort of going hammer and tongs.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we have to get that graphic, but there will be filth. And so I had the classic, and we were talking about this the other day. I had the classic situation at TVNZ today because I was pretty nervous about it because it's got all the feel-goods, but it's also got an edge.
Yes.
And you took it into TVNZ?
I took it into TVNZ. I met up with one of the executives and I had the old elevator chat. You've got to the time I get to the top of the building here to convince me.
Yeah.
I pitched it, feel good Heartland vibes. Meets filth at the end of it. And they loved it.
I think the beauty of it is, and you're talking to us about this off here, Hoyte J, is that they've actually bought in just off the basis of the title. Because it's all in there. And the title, the working title, is Hoyte Jiz's Brothel Rampage. And who's not watching that?
They loved that.
They
loved it.
You're joking, really?
And because it was really funny, actually, because I was chatting away about the Heartland aspect of it.
Sure.
And the guy was like, okay, sort of been done, yeah, gotcha. Then into Hoyte Jizz filth. And he was like, now you're talking. Now there's an edge. Now there's a reason for me to watch this.
And TVNZ, our national broadcaster.
7:30 on 1, they're thinking.
Straight after Country Calendar on a Sunday.
Country, or Dog Squad. Boom. The Hoyte Jizz Brothel Tour.
Okay, and it's been green lit, essentially.
What they've said is, look, it's in the preliminary stages. I've spoken to Mogi about producing it.
Yeah.
He's keen as.
We're going to take it. We've obviously got to take it to New Zealand on air and get a bit of taxpayer dollars behind it.
Totally.
It's got a few boxes to tick. You've got to have that. The cultural side of things has got to be ticked as well. But the fact that it's going to be in the regions that don't get a lot of coverage these days, Keyzie, they get left off. It's a lot of Auckland-centric stuff that you find on your TV. That's why people are leaving in their droves.
Yeah.
You give people an opportunity to get to know some backbones out in the outer regions.
Yeah.
Finish off with a bit of Hoyte J and a brothel. Are you kidding me? Hoyte J. Hammer and tongs.
That's really great news, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got Mogi involved too, because it's sort of his area of expertise.
Look, I'll be honest, my wife isn't stoked about the idea. But,
But it's TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could get some te reo in there, get some funding from Te Maungai Paho.
Racism alone. That's
Boy,
shocking.
No, what are you talking about?
That's shocking.
What do you mean?
Man.
That's a real thing.
That's offensive.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, welcome back to the Radio Hauraki Big Show. It's not often, fellas, you get to talk to a musical legend, is it?
Nah.
But we do this afternoon. What a special treat. The man himself, the legend that is Jimmy Barnes. G'day, Jimmy. How's life?
Very good, thank you. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, very, very well, thanks, Jimmy. I've just got to start off. We had a gig the other day in Auckland called Full Metal Orchestra.
Yeah, I know about it. I've seen some.
It was absolutely magnificent, let me say this. And I was sitting there enjoying the show, and then this woman came on and started singing, and I was like, who the bloody hell is that? And so I spoke to one of my mates who knows all about the musical world, and he said it was your daughter, EJ. My God.
She's a screamer. Actually, EJ is the sweetest singer in the world, and every now and again she does rock gigs, and I said, you should be doing this for a living. This is great.
Oh, I'm telling you what, mate.
EJ sings in my band. She's awesome.
She smashed it out. And where do you think she gets that
good
from?
Lineup, wasn't it? With Phil Rudd playing drums.
And Ruddy playing the drums. It was absolutely magnificent, mate, but she blew me away.
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, Jimmy, the reason we've got you here, man, is that it's a 40th anniversary release of For the Working Class Man.
Have you heard about that, man?
And I vaguely remember it.
Jimmy, because just for me growing up, there were, for some reason, my dad absolutely, I use the word punished, not in a bad way, but he used to punish me with Barnsey and he used to punish me with Joe Cocker. And
that's good. What a good punishment.
Yeah, it was great. But for some reason, Working Class Man and also Driving Wheels were two that really just I don't know, stuck with me, and he used to blast me with them so much. Like, how much of an impact was that particular album and that particular song as well on your career?
Well, that song I can remember the first time I heard it. I was actually I was in America, and I was meeting up with a guy called Jonathan Cain. Jonathan was the principal songwriter and still is in Journey, and he was also in the Babies. He was a fantastic songwriter, right? But I didn't know much about them back then because Journey didn't mean a lot in Australia. So I went there, and the record company introduced me to Jonathan, and I was talking to him about some other songs, and we're just chatting away about, he asked me about, he was really keen to get to Australia and New Zealand, and he said, what the audience is like there, and I sort of explained that, most of the audiences I play to are pretty, hard-working people who work all week and go out on the weekend and kick their heels up and get wild, and then, pull their heads in and get back to work again. And he was like, we were laughing about it. And about a week later, Jonathan rang me and said, I've written this song for you called Working Class Man. And,
wow.
It was, first off, I thought it was an odd title. I thought it was about me or something. I'm going, it's going to be cheesy. But he explained that it was about my audience. And I thought, that's a really good thing. I'm dying to hear it. When he sent me the song and I listened to it for the first time, I knew immediately that it was going to be a sort of a monumental song in my life. And I knew it would be sort of defining.
What an unbelievable coincidence, or a stroke of luck that you run into a guy who has written some of the most unbelievable tunes of all time, and incredible that he really managed to connect with, I guess, something that must go across Australia, New Zealand, worldwide, that working class ethic. I just always assumed that you'd written it or somebody in Australia.
Jonathan, and that was the start of a really great friendship. Jonathan and I hit it off really well that day, and we went on to do. Right, Driving Wheels, that whole Freight Train Heart album. We wrote that all together. Wow. And Jonathan and I I learned a hell of a lot working with Jonathan. Incredible songwriter and really great piano player. So it was great. Yeah, it was a big stroke of luck. One of those things where you just happen to walk into the right room at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. Barnesy, you do still have blue denim in your veins, though, right?
Absolutely. I managed to get most of the vodka out of it now.
Yeah.
My dad would be gutted to find out that you didn't, man.
But it is, when you think of your audiences, as you put it, Jimmy, they play hard and they work hard and then they pull their head in. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not necessarily the case. They might, not land the plane at all.
Well, some of them don't. Some of them play really hard. And,
yes.
And I was sort of amongst them for a long time there.
That's right.
But the thing is, but it's about, working class is not, it's not just about being, working in a factory. It's people who work hard to bring up their families.
Yes.
People who have an ethic about hard work and you work hard and you play hard. You get what you give. And that doesn't. You can get that from working in an office and everything. You don't have to be working in the foundry like I used to. It's about an ethic in your heart about wanting to give everything you got so that you can look after the people you love. And I think that's always been in my veins, and it's always will be there. People sort of. I remember when this record came out, I got a bit of grief from some aspects of the press. They were talking about, he drives a Mercedes. How can he be working class? I had to literally say, look. being working class is not something I wear on my wrist or sit in the car and drive. It's in my heart, it's in my soul, and it's there every time I open my mouth and sing, and it's in there when I think, and so it's part of my sort of my whole psyche. So,
and that's maybe why, Jimmy, people connect with you so passionately, because you are genuine and that is who you are. You know what I mean? And people relate to that.
Yeah, well, what you see is what you get, and sometimes people don't like it.
Yeah.
but listen, no, but it is. I've always tried to keep my feet in the ground. Occasionally I've sort of got a bit up myself, but my family soon drags me back down to earth. So I'm very lucky, to be making music and doing what I love, for a living is incredible, especially after, like this record 40 years on, and, obviously the Cold Chisel 50 year tour we just got through was a great milestone in that too. So I feel very blessed that I'm still doing it, and I'm going to keep singing and keep moving and keep rocking until the day I drop.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
We're chatting to Jimmy Barnes, by the way. It's an absolute honour. You just said 50 years Cold Chisel, 40 years solo, 40 years, celebrating, Working Class Man, the album.
I was going to say, is Jimmy 90?
No, he's not. No, it wasn't.
Are you 90, Jimmy?
I'm 90 now, yeah.
Wow, you look great for 90.
I'm nearly 70.
Wow.
But at this point, Jimmy, do you ever look back and go, man, I wish I had chosen like croning or a different style of singing? Because you've been giving it death for half a century, man.
You know what? No, I have sort of painted myself into a corner. I get up there and I go, because I don't like to change the keys of my songs either.
Yeah, right.
So if I'm going to do the song, I want it to sound like the original.
Yeah.
So I get up there and I go, oh Jesus, did I really sing it that night?
Yeah.
Did I really scream like one of Jeffrey Dahmer's house guests?
But you must have a hell of a technique, because, like, for example, I've just went over to Wembley and saw Oasis. There's a lot of chat about Liam's voice sort of falling apart. He's done a lot of work on it, it seems like, because it was really bloody good. But you see sort of footage of Axl Rose, an old mate from AC/DC, and people can't wait to post the latest clip of them from a concert not sounding 100%. But even those guys, mate, you give it absolute death. Your technique must have been unbelievable from day one.
No, see, the thing is with me, and a lot of those guys, they've just, Rod Stewart and everybody, they all sing and have problems with their throat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because normal singers, human singers do. I'd somehow, when I was in, early days of Cold Chisel, using bad PA systems and bad monitor systems, so I couldn't hear what I was singing. I taught myself how to sing really loud, and I taught myself you have two main vocal cords, and they're surrounded by secondary chords.
Right.
Apparently, this very famous who taught Liza Minnelli and Michael Jackson, a singing teacher from America, was at a TV show here, and she heard me warming up, and she said, "Oh, you sing with your secondary chords, your false chords." And I said, do I? I don't know. and she said, yeah. She said, it's very rare that people can teach themselves how to do that. But those chords, everybody else, when they sing with the main chords, they get damaged. They can get nodules and growths in their throat, and it makes it really hard to sing. My secondary chords, they don't get growths. So, it's like I'm sort of unbreakable, touch wood. And there's been times where I've been out on tour and I couldn't speak, but I could still sing. So,
wow.
Yeah.
But, having said that.
And I don't know how I taught myself to do it. People have asked me to teach them. I'm going, yeah, well, you're going to have to go out and drink 45 bottles of vodka and scream at a pint.
Exactly. But,
so I'm very lucky.
On the other side of that, though, you're a pretty healthy fella these days. You're also quite the chef, aren't you?
I'm pretty good, chef. Yeah. I'm a cook, but I'm pretty good. I've got I've learned lots of great techniques from lots of different people.
Beautiful.
Peter Gordon, who had Homeland in New Zealand. Every time I go over there, I learn something from Peter. He's like one of the best guys around.
One more question, Jimmy. This once again comes from Chris, who grew up listening to a lot of your music. The album in particular that I remember my dad putting on start to finish was Soul Deep.
Yes.
And that was actually my introduction to sort of the world of Motown. And I grew up actually not realizing that you were covering these. So I thought that, Barnsey wrote these. And then I heard the original.
He's good, isn't he? He's a good writer.
I was like, this guy's a genius.
This guy's a bloody genius.
Yeah.
No, but the funny thing was, when I was with that record, I've spoken about it a lot over the years, but it was sort of done just over Christmas for some fun at my house.
Right.
I had all the bands stand there. And we literally picked songs that were top 5 songs in America. All my favorite songs. I started off I picked this one, I picked this one, I picked this one, and then we noticed they were all soul songs. They were all like most of them, a lot of Memphis and a lot of Motown. And every one of those songs had been like top 3 even in America. And I looked at the album at the end. I thought that this is people are going to a lot of people will know these songs and they'll connect with it. I hadn't realized, but later it was sort of a lot of people's introduction to those songs. So I feel really good that I hope people went and bought my record, but secondly, that I hope they listened to my record and went, oh, that's great. I might listen. Who's this guy, Sam Cooke? I'll go and buy his record.
Yeah, beautiful. Hey, well, Jimmy, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, mate. We really appreciate your time and all the best for the release of the album.
Thanks, mate. We're looking forward to it. We're going to come to New Zealand soon too and play.
Well, this is. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I haven't got the dates yet, but I'm telling you, we're coming in very, very soon.
You better, Jimmy.
We'll be doing the Working Class Man from start to finish.
Well, we'll be there, mate. And the beauty of releasing this album 40 years on is a lot of people are going to think it's a new release, mate.
It's a new release. These ones I did, mate.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimmy.
See you guys, all the best.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
good.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Sure is. Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie on the Big Show. Brought to you by Reburger, by the way.
Handcrafted burgers, loaded fries and gourmet eats that'll change the game.
You know, fellas... Oh, that's right. Sorry, I got overexcited after talking to Jimmy. I've always had the immense respect for people that live a hard life, that go to the edge of things and then are able to pull back and renew themselves. And that was Jimmy, because like he said, he went pretty hard out in the early days.
Yeah,
Jimmy Barnes.
And now he looks fantastic.
He does. He really does.
And living a healthy life, good on him.
Yeah. If you want to catch that interview, by the way, we just had a chat with Barnesy. It'll be available wherever you get your podcasts from. Search Hauraki Big Show at 7:30 tonight. That's when Pugs uploads them.
To be honest, though, I kind of prefer dudes that completely blow out.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I have respect for Barnesy for pulling back from the edge. But, the ones that just keep on trucking.
You know what a sad life that would be behind the scenes.
Yeah, yes, very much.
And you like that.
Stuff.
Just go engulfed in flame.
A blaze of glory.
A blaze of glory.
Yeah.
But it'd be miserable and sad and depressing.
Horrible.
Hey, fellas, just coming up next, man, I had my 34th birthday yesterday.
Did you?
And then last night, I had a bit of an incident which made me feel like an old man.
Couldn't get it.
Huh? Oh, no.
Happens to most of us, Keyzie.
Nothing to worry about, man. Perfectly normal for guys like you.
No, what do you mean guys like me? It wasn't that.
How many bottles of wine did you have?
One? Trust me, it wasn't that. Trust me, fellas. Fellas.
I heard you were pretty full.
Huh?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Heart there, tune. Barracuda.
It is a good tune. You're on the Big Show, and August 29th, fellas, is Daffodil Day.
Oh.
You know Daffodil Day, remember that?
Yeah, I do remember it.
So a year ago, on the 29th, is when I jumped off the Auckland Harbour Bridge dressed as a daffodil, raising money for cancer, of course, because... Thanks to ANZ, and it's the Cancer Society, not the cancer itself we're raising money for, but thanks to ANZ, we have been able to help 1 in 3 Kiwis that have been affected by cancer. Yeah. It's a very common affliction. Everyone knows someone or is related to someone that has dealt with cancer. If you would like to donate, by the way, text donate to 3493 right now. Make an instant $3 donation to the Cancer Society. This year, no one is jumping off a bridge. Instead, it is an all-day Hauraki ping pong championship. We're going to be playing the entire day. We'll be banging on about it. I can't wait because I bloody love ping pong.
You do, don't you, mate?
And of course, Daffodil Day, Friday the 29th of August. Make sure you make a donation.
Just on the ping pong front of things, Keyzie, what do you call your grip there?
Pen grip.
Oh, is it a pen grip?
Yeah. It's a particular style common in the Asian regions of the world.
Right.
And for some reason, when I was like 9, I saw a dude in the Olympics doing it, and I was like, that's how I'm going to play ping pong. And it's been the most punishing thing ever since.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Once again, that's donate to 3493, instant $3 donation to the Cancer Society.
3493.
Yeah. No, write it down, fellas.
Might do that a couple of times.
Hey, do you guys consider yourselves grumpy old bastards?
Certainly not.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Nah. Well, you consider you guys.
Consider yourself.
No, not me.
I certainly, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I don't think I'm grumpy about it. I'm plain talking.
Yeah, right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Straight shoot.
I'm a straight shot. I shoot from the hip.
What about you, Jase?
No, certainly. I'm pretty chill.
Nah, but seriously, though.
Yeah, I'm very chill.
So you don't think you're a grumpy old bastard at all?
Outside of the last couple of days.
Yeah, I can't think of an occasion where I've been grumpy.
Right, okay. Okay, well, look, this kind of derailed this because in my mind, you guys are both definitely grumpy old bastards.
There's a different way to frame it. I'm sure some people would frame it that way, but, I'm not going to call myself a grumpy old bastard. As I say, I shoot from the hip.
Well, I'm grumpy now that you're suggesting that I am grumpy.
All right, chill out, man. Jeez. But something happened to me last night. I'm 34 now, right? I had my birthday yesterday. I was at the ice cream store.
Yes.
Because we went for an ice cream after dinner. Because we're at this really nice restaurant. We looked at the menu. We were like, you know what? These sound okay. Not really ticking the box.
Didn't you?
Looked at the price.
Yeah,
we were like,
we're already
hell
paying
no.
a fortune. They'll probably ask for a tip.
100%. No. We were just like, we really like this one ice cream company that's up here in Ponsonby. It's delicious.
Another one, yeah.
And so we were like, let's go there. We went in there and from a restaurant across the road came about 20 young people being between the age of like 18 and 21, I'd say. Very young, very lively, happy that had clearly just had a great night. And they were so loud in the ice cream store. One of them jumped up and down with, oh my God. And I turned around and we were like, oh, because they'd like hurt my ear.
Yeah. Was it a man or a woman?
Woman.
Sexist.
No, it's not about being sexist, Mogi. That's certainly.
Well, you were repulsed by a woman making a noise. Is that what I'm hearing?
No. In this particular situation, I was caught off guard and like got a bit of a shock and went, oh.
Can I? Yeah, I was
young woman being
just wanted
quite
a bit
loud.
of clarification on that. So she made the noise and you went, ah.
No, Jase, no, that's not what happened. She made a loud noise. I went, oh, like that, in a very manly fashion.
Right, oh.
And then I turned to my wife and I said, I just got kind of grumpy because some young people were having loud fun behind me. You know what I mean? They're having a great time.
Yeah.
And then old Boomer Keyzie turns around and goes, oh, and is like a bit annoyed about it. And then I caught myself.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this what happens when is it your 30s where you start becoming a bit grumpier? Is that?
Oh, I would have joined in the festivities. That wouldn't have bothered me at all.
Really? You would have joined in with the 18 to 21-year-old
I would have
female?
gone, what are you having? What are you having?
That's a bit weird.
I certainly wouldn't have gone, ah.
What about you, Mike? What you've done? Shot from the hip?
Yeah, I know what you mean when things are a bit loud,
It just
a bit
caught me
too
off-
loud,
yeah.
certainly too loud.
For a Wednesday ice cream.
Things been too loud.
Tuesday
You
ice
take
cream.
it down, man.
You take it down.
Just
a notch.
knock out the enthusiasm for life, the lust for life that you're demonstrating here. Be a bit more miserable like me, old Keyzie, birthday boy.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Blur there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now listen up, you massive backbones. You might not be very good on the tools. You might not be naturally a handyman.
Yeah.
You might be a fellow like old Hoodie J here who's not very good at fixing stuff. That's why you need to get involved with the good bastards at Hire a Hubby.
Yeah, that's right, Jase. You might not be good at fixing stuff, man. But the good news is the listeners can win the chance for you to come over and have a crack anyway.
Yeah, well, I can give it a whack.
Yeah. Basically, you go to hodaki.co.nz.
Bit of 4x2, just whack it in there.
Yeah. You go to hodaki.co.nz, you tell us what needs done around your place, and you could win the chance for the big show to come round and fix it all up for you.
What needs done?
What needs done at your place? What needs done?
Are you steamed, man?
No, I'm not. I'm just like, what needs
doing?
Yeah, what needs doing?
But it's important that we talk about this on air. Anytime one of us makes a mistake, we always try and just iron it out on air.
Just clear it up straight away, deal with it straight away.
A lot of other stations won't deal with it at all. They'll try and pretend it didn't happen.
Yes.
We will not sweep these errors under the carpet.
We embrace our horrendous mistakes on air.
And some people might say it's like, it interrupts the flow of the show.
I know. But what do they know about radio?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there was our manager that said that. But if you're keen, Hire a Hubby will be there as well. So they'll be helping. So it'll be a good job.
When I was a kid, man, my dream was to be a franchisee for Hire a Hubby.
Really?
Yeah. But I just had no idea how to do it. It's like, okay, sure, there's guys out there that have got franchises for Hire a Hubby. But surely, is that possible for someone like me, someone that comes from Levin?
Well, that's a really good point, Mogi. 100%. If
You'd be aiming high if you're from Levin.
If you go to hireahubby.co.nz, go to their website, there's a page set up. It's all the info's there on how you could become part of it. If you're handy and looking for a change, why not join the award-winning team at Hire a Hubby? But also, if you need some stuff done around your house, hodaki.co.nz, get yourself in the draw, tell us what needs doing. Ryan from Hukatika writes, "G'day, lads. We have an old heat pump that needs to be taken out of our house and the old wall repainted and what have you."
He's not going to replace it.
Nah, so maybe he's
putting in a fire.
I just feel like Hokitika is a little bit out of the way.
Right, so you wouldn't travel down for that?
I mean, I wouldn't know.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
I love it down there.
Pugs would.
We love it down there. They love us down there.
Yeah,
Jase, you haven't been down there, but you simply must go.
Oh, my God.
So many places I have to go.
So many places.
So many places.
Let's iron this one out on air.
So many places I have to go.
Okay, so you're putting a line through Ryan from Hokitika?
Wow, no,
And sending
he's still got a chance.
Yeah, he does. What about Gemma from Nelson? Our interior desperately needs to be painted. It's so tired and dated looking. Please help refresh our home.
Nice.
What?
Refresh.
Oh.
Okay, I feel like we're ironing too many things out. We could do that, right? We could paint it up. Jase?
I think so. I don't mind putting on a lick of paint. I've been doing that around my own house.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
How's it look?
It looks really good.
What colour?
White and an off cream.
Have you had a look at it with your glasses on?
Yes. It looks even better with my glasses on.
Old Hoyte J, eh?
Yeah, man, best in the world.
A number one.
Hauraki.co.nz, get yourself in the draw while you're doing that.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
What's going on with the music there, Keyzie?
It's a bit
What?
kooky.
I was going to say pooky, weirdly.
Quirky.
Yeah, it's an odd fish.
It is a funny fish.
Yeah.
Hey, now,
sorry, what's happening, Jay? Sorry. Is Pugs and I don't know what the hell's happened to the end of show music that we've used for 4+ years.
Whose job is it?
Well, it's no one's job, Mogi.
Really?
Nah.
It's no one's job.
To what? Look after the end of show music. Well, the problem was someone put it in a long time ago.
Right.
And it had an expiry date on it.
Yeah.
And it's just expired and now deleted out of the system and the archive. And we don't know what it was called. We don't know where it came from. Pugs is going to try find it. But in the meantime, this is pretty good.
all right. What's on the podcast outro clip today, Keyzie?
Today's outro is mostly about how much Jase hates meetings. Here's a clip.
Yeah, I thought Naya banged on a bit, but, other than that, it was
Jase,
fine.
there is nothing wrong with asking questions and being interested.
Yeah, he was just going on and on.
No, he wasn't.
Can you shut the up, Minogue? Crikey.
Yeah, man.
Far out, man.
He was really going him.
Yes, no, look, meetings are one of those things, aren't they, fellas? You got to get them done.
Yeah.
Got to do them.
It's part of it, man.
You may
gotta
not
have
love
it.
it.
Gotta
You
share
may
the
not love
information.
it. Yes, you got to share information.
Opportunity for feedback, opportunity for management to listen,
Yep.
opportunity for management to talk.
Communication.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, quite a few texts I've just noticed on 3483 asking what's up with Keezie's voice today. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
It sounds
it gonna
fine.
be
It
tomorrow?
sounds a little bit husky. It doesn't sound like it's gone.
It's fine, though, yeah.
It's getting a bit more nasally, can I say that?
Really?
Which is, it seems to be what happens with you. That's your thing. I get a bit croaky in the voice, and my voice, my voice box shatters.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Have you been on the darts? Were you on the darts for your birthday?
No,
birthday
not on the darts. Not on the darts at all. Just got a weird dry throat.
Right, okay.
So tomorrow, hopefully, it'll be good as gold for the Wellington live show.
Our mates all on.
Parrot Dog, 4
Yeah.
p.m. till
Lyle
7.
Bay.
We'll see you down there.
How good.
Can't wait.